Hi everyone, welcome to the March Faith and Fun activity all about the Beatitudes. Today we will be looking at the Beatitude of Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. This is going to be a good one because this is really one that shows us how the Beatitudes can be used every day to help our attitude and have a very positive attitude. I'm not going to read the whole part of Matthew that talks all about the Beatitudes. We've done that every month, and I don't think we need to do that this month. But if you'd like to read it, it's in the Bible under the book of Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 1 through 12. All right, so you can ask your parents if you want to go do that. But today, Beatitude is, Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Couple questions for you. What is a peacemaker? Simply put, a peacemaker is someone who makes peace. Okay, so what is peace? Well, peace is something where everything is just calm, everyone gets along, there's no fighting. In this world, we have a lot of fighting, right? We have it on a big scale. Where countries are mad at each other, and so they're at war with each other. We have it in our families. Maybe you fight with your brothers and sisters. Maybe you fight with your parents, right? That happens almost every day. Maybe big things or little things. You could be fighting with a friend, or you might even just be witnessing two other friends fighting, which is never fun, right? So in our life, there is a lot of conflict and fighting. Well, this is all about us being the peacemaker. How do we make peace with all this fighting? Well, there's a couple ways to think about making peace. Say there is a new student in your class. It's pretty scary to be a new student, right? And so that anxiety is something that's not very peaceful. Your stomach's all in knots and everything. You can be a peacemaker by being just a friend to them, showing them around the school, and just alleviating all of their fear. That's a wonderful way to be a peacemaker. Let's see, in your family, don't talk back to your parents. That's the best way to start a fight, right? Talk back to your parents and your parents won't be too happy with you. So don't talk back to your parents. And the last is don't fight with your siblings. That's a hard one. The best thing to think about is what's the other person thinking, right? Sometimes when you see the other person's point of view, then you understand why they're clashing with you. So kind of think about the other person and try to make peace that way, right? And so that's a hard one. I know that's a hard one. It's kind of a good one to practice during this Lenten season to try to say, my goal during this Lent is not to fight with my siblings as much. All right, so if you're a peacemaker, in God's eyes, you will always be a child of God, right? And it doesn't mean that you have to be successful every time. It's the trying. It's trying not to fight. It's trying to make the peace, and God recognizes that. How can you make peace with God? Well, the best way is to go and ask for forgiveness for any sins. We've said this over and over and over again, right? Every day we sin. Big sins, little sins, a lot more little sins, really. And just being in communication, just praying to God and recognizing, I did this wrong, God. I need your forgiveness. Or all of you this is for 3rd through 5th graders, so you've all have gone through first reconciliation. You now can go to confession and state your sins to the priest, and he can absolve you by talking with God and giving you forgiveness. So that's a great way to make peace with God. God always recognizes you as a child, as his child, right? And so this one is just another way that if you're making peace, you are definitely a child of God. So try to do that every day, all right? Try to make some peace within your family and with your friends and everything like that. Now on to the fun of our activity. So you should have at home your hamburger of happiness. Here you go. And we are up to the last layer inside of the hamburger buns. So it's green. What do we think green is for? Lettuce. That's right. So in your kit, you should have just had these two little things. one that was a little green piece of paper with the outline on it, and then our favorite strip of paper to write on. Okay, so the first thing that you will do is take your paper and some outside things, and if you need to pause to get these things, go ahead and do that, and then start it once you have them. You'll need scissors, you'll need your glue stick, and you'll need a pen. I have a Sharpie, but you can do any type of pen or pencil. All right, so stop the video, restart once you have those. Okay, so let's take our scissors and we will just cut along the outline. You don't have to be too exact. There's a lot of bumps in this one because lettuce. I guess this is a couple pieces of lettuce here. So we're going around here and cutting. If you need any help, you can always ask an older sibling or mom or dad, and they can help you out, okay? All right, so I'm not doing the best job, but there we go. So I got my piece of lettuce, and that should fit right into your outline, okay? So go ahead and glue that down. Get my glue here and glue it down. All right. My paper's being stubborn. Okay, so I have my piece of lettuce on my hamburger here. The next thing to do is to take your little piece of paper, and we are going to have our statement. And our statement, get my little paper here, is on one side is peacemakers, and the other side is children of God. Okay, so I'm going to hold that up while I write it on mine as well. Let's see if we can do that. All right, can anyone see that? All right. And once you're done, you do our regular, you take the strip and you put glue on the back of it. Glue on the back of this one. And then you just glue it down on top of the lettuce. There we go. Write mine real quick. So it's peacemakers, children of God, children of God. So there we go. You see it? Awesome. So we just have one more session, our April, and we will be finishing this whole hamburger. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to go take a picture of you with your hamburger, and in the live binder where your parents found this video, or where you found the video, there's another tab that says family submission, and go ahead and submit a picture for me because I love seeing them. So have a wonderful March, and I will see you guys all in April. Bye.